Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into this video. This is me just playing a round of 9 holes on the front 9 at Muirfield Village, where they host the memorial. I'm just using TGC 19 software with a Unicore launch monitor. So I've just hit driver down there. I just wanted to highlight how simple it is to play golf on simulators. We're just about to come into Australian winter, so weather gets a bit cold and also much less daylight, so it's just a good option to come and get some practice in whilst the weather isn't good. So driver down there, I've hit a 9-iron into that bunker, and then just a little flicky wedge out from the bunker there using my new short game. I must refer to Dan Grieve to that. He's an English golf coach. You'll find him on YouTube. He released a book recently. Probably not recently, I bought it recently is better, and it's really done wonders for me. So 3-iron down the second after par at the first, with I think about a 6-iron coming into the second hole here. Again, hit it good. Haven't played much recently, but played okay. Hit some decent shots with this today. My DF3 lab putter, which seems to be performing better on course than simulator just now. Not bad on the simulator, just don't seem, that was a good one, just roll by. Don't seem to be holding quite as much. I think it's important to highlight that putting on the simulator is a good thing to do if you can. Sometimes people get a bit worried about that, but I think once you get the hang of it, it's a good thing. Here I've opted to go to the left side of these trees, which is actually onto the next hole. It's a short par 4, there was a lot of problems down the right hand side. So hit it in the space, 77 metres lob wedge into birdie range. So I'm playing 2-meter gimmies, which is what we do at foreplay when we have a comp, which is very generous, but honestly the shorter putts can be a little bit fiddly, and so sometimes just being a little bit generous with those 2-meter gimmies is the correct way to go. Par 3 here, it's long, it's about 180. I think playing slightly level, I think it wasn't, I was going to say slightly downhill, but it really wasn't. Another good shot, and you'll see another good putt coming up that again didn't go in the hole, which was the story of my round, I think. So here we go, I've aimed a little bit left, you'll even see the ball go slightly left, yeah, just a touch, and it's finished up just short in the jaws. Was delighted by that, as you can see. So we move on to 5, which is a nice par 5. I've opted to move away from driver and sort of try and chip a 3-wood down there instead. I was too lazy, as you can see, to go and get a small tee, so decided 3-wood from the deck was absolutely the best thing to do. Kind of heel cut it a little bit. We got very lucky with where that finished, but out the heavy rough from about 200 or so, I'm just holding down on a 3-wood just to try and force it forward there. Did go quite far, but we're up beside the green in 2, which at my current level I'd accept. I've gone 54 degree wedge here. The last one I hit was a 58, which was out the trap on 1. This one I've gone 54, hoping for just a little bit more flight from the rough on the simulator. Nice. It's come out quite nice and low. Check up. There we go. Nice. That should be good for birdie. So we're 2 under par. Short game, as you can see, is helping me. Hole 6, another, you'll see on this golf course, we played it from the blue tees on TGC 19, and a lot of the holes are around about that 350 meters plus or minus, which is really quite nice. It does allow you to hit driver if you'd like. Stop, good. And if not, you can hit longer irons or fairway woods. I've moved the simulator slightly to the right on this shot because I was worried about the water on the left. And as you do, once you play safe, I then pushed it even slightly further right. It wasn't a great shot, really. So we've got a longish putt for birdie here. It's going to trickle down. And it was a good putt, it was a good length, into gimme range. Par, thank you. It's always nice just to rack up some pars. I think a lot of golfers who try and improve their game, they look to increase their birdie count. But honestly, if you can increase your par count, get those bogeys, and even worse, double bogeys off the scorecard, that's absolutely the way to improve your scores and therefore reduce your handicap. 7th hole, here's a par 5. It's a slight dog leg round the corner. I'm going to try and hit it towards the traps on the corner. I actually hit this one good. I think it cut a little bit. Yeah, I almost hit it too good through the corner there. It's left me slightly sort of stuck behind the trees. I'm going to have a crack at the green. I think I'm trying to cut this if I remember correctly. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was never really going to reach from the rough, but I've dumped it into the rough there. I've gone back to 58 degree wedge on this one. Again, we're just trying to release the club, just get the ball just bouncing up. I've hit a nice one there. Really enjoying the feeling of essentially trying to flick the club through the shots with my short game now, which really hasn't been a feature I've been trying to stab down. And really, when I think about it, I grew up playing on firm fairways, and I probably did when I was good at golf. Just flick through and use the bounce. It's such a cliche, but it certainly helped me here. That was birdie there. We're on to the 8th, which in our competition, when I played this round, was the nearest the pin hole. I think I hit 8 iron here, and I hit a really nice shot to 3 meters and collected the cash on that evening, which was very delightful. And as you can imagine, I've hit it to 3 meters. It's a nice easy straight putt. Oh, I did lose focus mentally and literally in the camera here, so I apologise for the funny flurry buzzy picture. What I can guarantee you though is that you missed nothing, because I missed the putt. So par there, and we're leading on to the last hole now, which was a very nice straight downhill par 4, just allowing us to hit really nice drives down here. So I've actually tried to give this one a bit of a thump. I'm hitting my driver well right now, still using my Titleist TSI 3 from probably 4 or 5 years ago now. The issue is with me is when I get a driver that works, I tend not to change. Is that an issue? Maybe it's not. Maybe that's a good thing. I think I hit about a 54 wedge in here. As you can see, the simulator missed that one. So I actually did hit it quite well, but it missed it. So we got a second go at it, and it picked that one up, and it dumped into about 2 meters. So all in all, wedge game's good. Need to work on my putting. The driver's always pretty good. And Muirfield Village, front 9 as a whole, at 4 under par, was a bit of a success. Thanks guys.